Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's been 3 months since I picked up a fly rod, but the trout cap's back on, the fly gear's in the car. Let's see if we can catch some wild brownies. So I'm going to start this video by saying, if you're watching this for hints and tips, probably not the video for you. I haven't caught a wild brownie on the fly from a river for about 20 years. It's just not something I normally do. But with the hot weather, the still water fisheries being closed down at kill only, I just haven't been going. So I decided to buy myself a river outfit. And today is my first attempt at using it. I'm probably going to make some errors, I'm probably going to have to learn on the job, but we are down on the River Teme in Ludlow, and fingers crossed I can fluke a wild brownie. So let's see how I get on. If you do watch the video and you've got any tips, drop them in the comments, but if you could like and subscribe, it is appreciated. I'm well over 500 now and on the way to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could, it'd be much appreciated. But I'm going to go back to the car, get the gear, get set up and see if we can get lucky. So getting in the river, I saw there's a fish every now and then keeps topping in this run here, so it's not coming up enough for me to say I want to use a dry, but I've put a yarn strike indicator on, a little size 16 tungsten hazier, and I'm just going to run it down this channel and hope for the best. Sounds like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. See how we get on. As if something keeps rising in this little channel, so I've popped a little size 16 clink hammer on. I'm just gonna keep running it down. I don't think the trout, because they're very small risers, but he's had a go at it twice now and I haven't connected yet. Did you see her go for it? I think it might be a minnow. It's quite exciting though. Whatever it is, definitely wants it. I don't know if you can see them splash. I don't know if they're minnows or... but every time it goes through, they're going balmy for it. I'm getting something splash at it. Not connected though. Getting this clink hammer, every time it gets to about where it is now, someone keeps coming up for it. I cannot connect. He's had another go at it. Oh, what a numpty I am. Tell you what, credit to these fly anglers who fish these regularly, because this is exciting, but it's frustrating. Although I say frustrating, it's probably just me not knowing what I'm doing. But I'm getting something to rise to the fly, so I'm taking that as a positive, even if it is probably just a minnow. Fingers crossed we get there and connect with something eventually. Oh! Them fish that were rising seem to have stopped now. I think I've had a few chances and missed it, but I'm taking it as a positive. I'm going to move a few yards downstream to another section where I know there was trout last night from what I've been told. So I can try this here, but I'm enjoying it. I might not have caught anything, but I am enjoying it. And I've only been fishing for 30 minutes, so the fact that I've had anything rise, I'm impressed at myself. See you shortly. So I've moved a bit down. I like that there's some rapids and a bubble line coming off it. So I'm going to try and get as, not too close, but over and cast up there and run the clink hammer back down that line. I've not seen anything rise, but there's no hatch, so it's not really dry fly conditions, I suppose, but it seems too shallow for running nymphs through. Before I found up there when I had the indicator on with the tungsten nymph, it was 12 inches deep maybe max, and it was just going down and catching all the weed and didn't feel it was right, so that's why I went to the dry fly. I'm enjoying experiencing something new, so even if I don't catch, it's not going to bother me. I'm just happy to have a fly rod back in my hand. So let's get across the river and let's see how this goes. Got to be really careful here because there's quite a lot of drop-offs. The team's all bedrock and gullies. I'm also being quite slow because I don't want to risk spooking anything if I can help it. There might be a fish over there actually, just. It's deeper here. I could maybe get away fishing with nymphs. I'll try this for a little bit and see what happens. Quickly go a bit further up. It's definitely deeper here. I'm up to my knees. Let's just try here. Don't fancy trying to get up above that It looks inviting. Dipstick here forgot his dry fly powder, so I'm having to whip the flat rod backwards and forwards to try and dry the fly off every now and then. I've had one small rise since I've been here. But again, I think it was just a dace or something maybe. That's it, that's sat in the line I'd like. Right next to that weed cover. That's where I had the rise before. Just see the little pink tag on the clink hammer come down. There's a lot of grayling in this stretch as well. I think in winter I'd be really tempted to come back and get in with my centre pin and fish a stick float maybe. Nothing this run through. Got that wrong. It's definitely taking some getting used to fishing a 9-foot 4 weight over me standard 10'7" or 10'6". I treated myself to a Wychwood Drift. Oh, what was it? Oh, you beggar! Ooh, that was interesting. That was a tick. So there's lots of minnows I can see darting around, flashing. So I've popped on like a, I'm not entirely sure what it is to be honest, some kind of nymph pattern with a little bit of flash and a hackle, and I'm gonna try and work out how you retrieve flies, I suppose. I don't think I want to cast directly downstream and just bring it back, but I might come a little bit towards the bank, cast across and mend the line, and then just slowly retrieve it and see if that works. I have no idea, but it sounds good in my head. I'm always very much of the opinion If you think it, do it. Pretty fly. There's a fast, rapidly glide thing there. So I'm just going to walk down to that and then fish the bubble line, the side of it. Just watching for drop-offs as I come down the river. It's I haven't got my Polaroids on. Should have really put them on. I'm not going to be careful because I can't see exactly what's going on. Stunning though. I can certainly understand why people enjoy this. Just wandering and there's nobody else fishing. I mean, my best mate's up and down the bank. You might hear me talking to him every now and then on the camera. But it's certainly got its appeals. There's loads of fry in the water. See them? You stand still for 2 seconds, they're attacking me waders. Yeah, you might be able to see where the beach bit here. I'll try and get round the cove into there and cast this nymph up to the tree where the bird's going and just swing it round and then retrieve it slowly. As I said, no idea if it's right, but it sounds good in my head. You can pick them up, there's loads of minnows. So much life in the river. I know this is a fly fishing video, but I want to try and see if I can catch them in a net like a child. Hey! I don't know what they are. It's got them, dropped through. There's some bigger fish in there, I think. I don't know what. There's definitely some bigger fish in between them. Gudgeon, maybe. I think they're minnows, them ones. Yeah. Minnow. Off he goes. This run here is actually fishing how I wanted it to fish. Dropping it in there and mending the line. And it's pulling around nice and then I'm just retrieving it back up. Ooh, ooh. That was definitely a pull. 100% that was a pull. Line shot through my fingers. I've come back up to the top of the stretch where I was having them small fish rise. Just gonna have 20 minutes, half an hour before the football starts and then call it a day. I've not had any trout, but it's been pleasant. I actually caught a tiny little barbel in a net behind my feet, which was a surprise. So I didn't get that on camera, but we did take a photo, so I'll pop a photo on. I've never seen a barbel that small. Proper cute little thing. So I'm just gonna, like I said, 20 minutes. I'll just finish here, and then once it gets about 11:30, 12:15, I'll head back, because Newcastle kicks off at 12 and I don't miss the football. I've waded up towards the bridge again where I first started, and I've spotted a shoal of very small wild brownies. I mean, we're talking 4-5 ounce fish. So what I've done, I've had a change of tactics and I've put a duo rig on. So I want to have the nymph sat under and then the dry on the top, and I'm just going to keep running it through this gully and see if I can somehow fluke one. But it's the first trout I've actually seen. And like I said, they are very, very small, but from acorns grow trees. Right, making this one my last cast. I actually lost one before. I didn't get it on camera because I was in a state of shock. But yeah, I had a tiny little one take the nymph underneath. I saw the flash and I lifted and he was on, and then scrambling around for the camera, couldn't get the button, and then it's come off. But it's improvement. I've had a fish on. I feel more in tune now, and I suppose you learn a little bit more every time you do something. I genuinely wish I'd started with this dual rig now. It just wasn't something I was particularly confident in. I'd heard about it, but I wasn't 100% on it. But to be honest, I'm seriously tempted to maybe try for stillwater trout on them days where you're a little bit unsure whether they want dry fly or to fish a bung. But them rises I had on the corner of this rock this morning, I do think were them tiny little trout, because I've spooked them as I've walked up. They've gone back, and as I've crept back down, they've gone straight back, and there's about 5 of them sat on a certain rock right in the corner where them rises were. So yeah. Ooh, I've learned something. I've enjoyed myself. So we'll fish this one out and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. It is much appreciated as always. I've got myself in a tangle. Amazing.
If you do fancy trying any of the flies I've used today, most are available on the Fritz and Flash website. You can get 10% off by subscribing to my channel. Once you've done that, just pop in the code SSF10 into the coupon box and the discount will be applied at the checkout. Tight lines.